For quite some time, I've been wanting to check out the Warcraft Tanto from Cold Steel. We're going to be taking a look at it in this video today. Stick around. I went out the other day and picked up the budget version of the Warcraft Tanto. This thing is a 7.5-inch blade. It feels really good in the hand as well. I have not been able to find a lot of reviews on YouTube for this particular version of the Warcraft Tanto, but I got to give a shout out to Jimmy Slash, who did a really good review on this knife and did a really good job of overcoming a lot of the objections that people have with this particular budget version of the blade. He does some really good knife reviews. Go check out his channel. I think you'll find it useful and resourceful. You can get the Cold Steel Warcraft in 3V. You can get it in San Mai. You can spend a lot for this, or you can spend a little bit. I paid right at $100 for this blade on DL Trading. I want to give you the specs right off the box here. This is 4034 stainless steel. This blade weighs 10.25 ounces. Got some size to it. 7.5-inch blade. The overall length is 12 1/8. The blade thickness is 5 millimeters thick. That's one thing I love about these blades is they are nice and thick. And the handle is made with a fiberglass reinforced nylon. The more expensive version of this blade comes with some really nice G10 scales, but man, I don't think there's anything wrong with this handle. I don't think I'm gonna have any issues whatsoever. It feels very comfortable, and it feels like it will accommodate, you know, most any size hand. I've got a medium glove, but if you had a larger hand, this is still going to be a good size handle for you to work with, and I think you'll find it very comfortable. And of course, these come with these Secure-X sheaths. I think this fits in here really good. I like the way this one fits. I don't feel like I'm doling the blade when I pull this out. Some of my Cold Steel sheaths, they feel like they're maybe doling my blade. They're in there so tight, when you pull them out, you feel like you're pulling the blade along the edge, but this doesn't really even have any rattle to it. And it comes in and out really nicely. This has got a really nice looking stone wash finish to it, which is my favorite. This is my favorite style. I like it better than all black, and I like it better than the shiny. I think the stone wash looks really, really nice. I want to tell you one of the main reasons why I decided to upgrade to the Warcraft. Here is the Recon Tanto. This is the SK5 version, but the San Mai version still has this overmolded handle as well. And listen, I get tired of this. You know, I know this right here is a budget blade, but even if you bought the more expensive version of the Recon, if you beat this thing enough, this is what you get. You get this loose handle. Well, the tang on the Warcraft actually goes all the way through the blade. And ultimately, that's what I'm looking for. I'm also going to get the 5.5-inch version of this. I don't know what I'll use this for. I'll just probably do some slicing, having some fun, doing some testing, maybe some throwing, but I think this is built for all of those tasks. I typically don't take the Tanto blades like this into the bush, but this is also going to do very well out there too. You know, Cold Steel is the master of the American Tanto, and when we look at these blades, we think of combat, and that's what they are made for. These are combat knives, and I think most of us, if we're honest, would admit that is what we are drawn to with regards to these knives. It's just built well for any position. If you want to hold it this way, you've got your jimping right here, but if you want to hold it this way, fits perfect right there in the hand. And notice there's even a little slant here for your thumb, because if you ever use a knife in combat in this position, you want to put the base of your thumb here just to give you some extra reinforcement, and this gives you a nice little slant. There's also a nice little breaker here at the end. Let's do a little stabbing and slashing. So Cold Steel is not the only one who slices raw meat. We're going to do the same. Whether it's bottles, meat, or bone, it just can't stand up to the Warcraft. One may ask, why would you waste a whole chicken like that? Look, my friend, that chicken was $8. And what kind of content creator am I if I can't spend $8 on my awesome subscribers to give you some good entertainment? Now let's witness the throwing power. Listen to that thump. And of course, the paper sharp test. You know, these Cold Steel Tantos are just built for battle, especially this Warcraft. I think the biggest complaint that a lot of people have with the budget version of this Warcraft, being the kind of steel that it is the price point. Here's the thing though, is it a little bit expensive for what it is? Probably so, but so is the Gerber Strong Arm, and people still pay $90 now for a blade that's much smaller than this, that's only 440 high carbon steel. I think it just comes down to what you like and what you feel like you can do with it. And that's my thing about knives. I've talked to a lot of people. You can get to the point to where you spend so much on a blade that you don't want to beat it up, that you don't want to use it. And if you pull this thing in combat, what's your opponent gonna say? Oh man, I'm not worried about you at all because that's only 4034 stainless steel. If your intention is to use this as a bushcraft knife, I think there are a lot better options out there for you. But if you're looking for an awesome heavy duty combat blade that doesn't cost you an arm and a leg, I think it's pretty cool to own this for $100 bucks. I hope you enjoyed this review. Take care.